Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream. Obviously, we're here to talk about the Salah contract situation. As you guys can hear in my voice, I'm a little bit sick, but the sickness is in my life is Fenway Sports Group. This, you get me? I have the strepsils on deck right here. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. I'm like high on cough syrup. Anyway, I think we cooked Hamza so bad that I woke up sick today. Regardless, big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Forget my own sickness. Let's talk about our club sickness. Let's talk about Fenway Sports Group. This is the video that has us all raging. Watch.
Talk about your future. What's the latest you can tell us on that?
Well, we're almost in December. I haven't received any offer to stay yet in the club, so probably I'm more out than in. So,
would you like to stay there?
Well, you know, I've been in the club for many years. No club like this, but in the end, it's not in my hand. So, as I said before, it's December, so I haven't received anything yet about my future. So
it feels like the fans would love you to stay, though, given the reaction today.
I love the fans. The fans love me, but in the end, it's not in my hand; it's the fans' hand. So, yeah,
no,
let's wait and see.
How do you feel about the fact there hasn't been an offer? Then does that disappoint you?
Of course, yeah.
And so what? Have you spoken to the club about why there hasn't been an offer?
Well, I'm not gonna go and say I'm not gonna retire soon. So I'm just playing I'm focused in the season, and yeah, I'm trying to win the Premier League or hopefully the Champions League as well. But yeah, it's a disappointed, but we'll see.
Did you guys hear that? You want to know how disgraceful the fact that Salah has to publicly say it's December and I haven't been offered anything yet? You know how mad that is. Does everyone like deep how crazy it is for Salah to say in November 24th, because this video was recorded yesterday? You guys know how mad it is for him to come out publicly and say that he hasn't been even offered the contract? You guys know how insane that actually is? Like, are you guys aware of this? Guys, 67%. 67%. Every 3 goals Liverpool Football Club score, Salah is involved in 2 of them. Let's deep that for a second. Think for a sec. Think. Look at how mad the number is. 67%. Every 3 goals Liverpool Football Club score, he's involved with 2 of them. Are you guys aware how insane that is? Does everyone realize how bad this situation is? I wanted to just do A-listers today. I'm sick, as you guys can tell. Strepsils. Big up the strepsils. I just wanted to do A-listers today. Let Jacob talk about the Spurs crying fans. Let Lewis do Maresca prop. Let Igal say, I told you Arteta was a good manager. You know, let Sheik talk about how United need to rebuild. But then I wake up, alhamdulillah, happy, safe and nothing. Alhamdulillah always, because there's flu is nothing compared to what some people have. Alhamdulillah regardless. I wake up, look at my phone. Salah says he is further away than ever before, essentially. He's basically saying he's more likely to leave than he is to stay. Do you know how crazy that is? Do you know there's another crazy fact from the video we just watched? You want to know what the crazy fact is? He hasn't been offered the contract, and it's November 25th currently. You want to know how mad that is? Deep this for a second. Deep this. Sorry, that can't be propaganda because it's actually him speaking for himself. Deep this. He hasn't even been offered the contract. There's a difference between he got offered the contract and he said no because he wants more money or he wants to play a bigger role or he doesn't like Slaughter, blah, blah, blah. He hasn't even been offered a contract. 67%. And I want to say something. I know there are FSGners that probably won't ever change their mind because they have been deluded into thinking that FSG saved the club. They didn't. They made a business investment. But all the people who are on the fence with FSG, if this news doesn't tip you over the edge and make you completely FSG out, I don't know what will. Policies and you know, certain styles of running a football club work, but there's always exception to the rule. Meaning, if your policy is I'm not gonna extend anyone 30 years plus, that's fine. That's not a bad policy. However, at the same time, there's an exception to the rule. When I have a 32-year-old in the English Premier League that is currently the second top goal scorer of the league and the second highest assister in the league, he is on 16 GA in the Premier League within 12 games. You can't just let that go for free. You can't just let that go for free, and you have to make it an exception to the rule when it comes to the policy. Virgil van Dijk, best centre-back in the world. Us Liverpool fans, we say he's the best centre-back in the world. Many people who don't even support Liverpool recognize that Virgil van Dijk is the best centre-back in the world. Even he hasn't signed an extension. Trent Alexander-Arnold, the star boy, world-class right-back, he hasn't been offered a contract extension. This is getting to the stage where it's just embarrassing. The fact that Salah has to say all this stuff publicly is embarrassing. Who's been the best club in England over the last 5 years? Chat. One word answer or 2 words answer regarding you, who you think has been the best club. Who's been the best club in England over the last 5 years? Tell me a name. 1 word answer in the chat right now, or 2 words, depending on the club. Tell me. Who's been the best club in the league over the last 5 years? Manchester City. Do you know that yesterday I walked into LB's stream and LB said that he would take Salah for a 3-year contract tomorrow? The team that has four-peated has fans out there saying that they would take Salah in their team. TKA messaged me yesterday. He's like, I hate Salah. I'm like, why do you hate Salah? He's like, because he always wins you games. I take him at Arsenal right now. Chelsea fans in the chat, CKS, Dinishan, I see Abdias as well. They're saying, come finish the story, come to Chelsea. They want him at Chelsea. Man United fans, if they had any opportunity to take them, he would. They would, but obviously they can't because it's Liverpool Football Club. That's the reality of the situation. Any team in world football would take Salah in their club. Any team. Any team in the planet would take Salah in their club. The guy is inevitable. And actually, yesterday's game proves it more than anything else. Yesterday's game proves it more than anything else. It does. Because Salah yesterday was crap. But even a Salah that's crap, even a Salah that's crap, is a Salah that scores 2 goals when we're 2-1 down away at Southampton. Husam, other players will step up when Salah leaves. Don't worry about it. Other players will step up. Why didn't Gakpo step up yesterday? Why didn't Nunez start up yesterday? Why didn't Jota step up? Why didn't Diaz step up when he came on? Why? And it's funny because I saw Ilya earlier on talking about this is not a retirement home. You get me? Talking about a retirement home. You want to know the problem? Ilya has spent his whole life playing FIFA. So because Ilya has spent his whole life playing FIFA, he thinks that as soon as a player hits 30, he's finished and he's done and blah, 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 blah. Chat. This is a question to everyone in the chat. Right now, Rodri's injured. Kevin De Bruyne hasn't played that much. Regardless who you support in the chat, tell me right now who has been the best player in the Premier League this whole season. Who has been the best player in the Premier League this whole season? Tell me. Tell me right now. Who has been the best player in the Premier League this whole season? Tell me. Look at the chat. Look at the chat. Look. Chelsea fans saying Salah. Non-Liverpool fans, by the way. It's not even bias. And even if you don't think it's Salah, that's fine. You will at least have Salah in your top 3. There might be a Chelsea fan who thinks it's Caicedo. No problem. There might be a Chelsea fan who thinks it's Palmer. No problem. You know, there might be, I don't know, a City fan who says Van Dijk. No problem. But Salah is minimum in your top 3. Now, where's Ilya? I want Ilya in the chat right now because he's the guy that said, Ilyas, sorry. He's the guy that said, we're not a retirement home. You have to look at the fact that he's 34. See how petty I am? I'm going to scroll up right now. Watch. Watch this. Watch this. See, I'm going to start it. Watch. Oh, I'm so... There. See? I'm going to show you how petty I am. Watch this. But we're not a retirement club either. We're not a retirement club either. That's how you should look at it. He's 33. First of all, you are objectively wrong because he is 32 and he's born in June, which means he's closer to 32 than he is 33. He turns 33 in May. That's number 1. Number 2, the top goal scorer of La Liga is 36-year-old Robert Lewandowski on 15 goals. Top of the table with Barcelona right now. The highest goal scorers in the whole league. The second position after Robert Lewandowski is Budimir, Rafinha, and Vinny with 8 goals. Karim Benzema is currently 36. 2 years ago, he won the Ballon d'Or. He was 34 years old. 34. Luka Modric, who probably starts for our midfield even at his age right now, he's about 40. What makes you think that as soon as a player hits 30, 31, 32, he's finished? Are you watching Salah right now and thinking there is any sign that he's finished? Is there any sign that he's deteriorating? Is there any sign that he's, you know, his levels are falling down? Is there any sign that, you know, he's headed in a negative direction? Is there any sign of any of this? Is there any signs of it? Because when I say a player is, you know, a player is now not performing at a certain level, or a player, you know, is not playing at a certain level, no problem. Is Salah right now deteriorating? Is he not playing at that level? No, he isn't. Salah could easily produce till he's about 35, 36. And I have no doubt about it whatsoever. If Robert Lewandowski can play till he's 36 and be the top goal scorer of La Liga, then I have no doubt in my mind that Salah can be producing age 35. He's not finished, but that's how the club is looking at it, Husam. The club is wrong. And this is a concept that many people struggle with. The club is wrong. If the club is looking at it that way, then the club is wrong. Also, let's keep in mind, Salah doesn't drink, Salah doesn't party, Salah doesn't eat sugar. He has a 6-pack that would make 20-year-olds, you know, ashamed of themselves for not having a 6-pack like that. Takes care of his body. Alhamdulillah, rarely gets injured. So what are we waiting for here? What are we waiting for? What's the actual conversation here? Like what are we discussing? Does he get injured every 5 seconds? Is he an injury prone player? Does he not deliver week in, week out? Does he not play at a high level week in, week out? And even when he doesn't play well overall, he still scores 2 goals to help you win the game. Do you want me to do the thing again where I go through our fixtures this season and tell you which games Salah impacted out of all the games that we had? Because we can do this again. It's so boring that people actually think we can replace a player of that ilk. Someone will come tell me, Husam, Steven Gerrard left the club and we survived. Yeah, but we haven't had a midfielder as good ever since. Luis Suarez left the club. Yeah, and we haven't had a striker as good as him ever since. So where do we go from here? Actually, the one thing that should make us feel happy is the fact that over the last 4 or 5 years, we've probably seen a lot of players in this Liverpool team that are maybe the best we've ever seen in that position from a Liverpool perspective in our lifetime. But regardless, what you cannot do is sit up here and act like this is normal. Ipswich, Brentford, Man United, Bournemouth, West Ham, Wolves, Bologna, Chelsea, Leipzig, Arsenal. We're at 10 already. Brighton, Leverkusen, Aston Villa, Southampton. He has impacted 14 games in all competitions this season. He has impacted 14 games out of all the games that we had this season. What does that tell you? 67%. Now, how can I replace this 67%? Are Liverpool going to sign Rodrigo? Are Liverpool going to sign Vinicius? Are Liverpool going to sign Lamine Yamal? Are Liverpool hell going to sign Bukayo Saka or Cole Palmer? The answer is no. No, we will not. Elias, guys, look. You got me there, bro. You got me there. You got me there. You got me there.
Got him! Got him!
Kunya, guys. Elias, the comedian. The same guy that says stuff like, oh my God, it's because he's 33. Look at it from the club perspective. And now he's saying Kunya. No, Kunya disrespect is not crazy. Salah disrespect is crazy. If it wasn't for Salah, we wouldn't even be top of the league right now. We wouldn't even be in a title race right now. So how about you respect the greatest ever forward we've seen in the modern era and stop saying stupid, dumb shit just to get attention, which you are successfully getting right now, or just to be a troll. Kunya disrespect is crazy. Go fuck yourself. Salah disrespect is crazy. Said Kunya disrespect is crazy. Who the fuck is Kunya? Even if Yamal can replace Salah, we're not going to get Yamal anyway. So what's the point? We're not going to pay 200 million for Lamine Yamal regardless. We won't. This is actually what I think the worst case scenario is. I actually think this is the worst case scenario. I think they look at Chiesa as the Salah replacement, which I don't know how this is a thing. Yeah, man said Kunya. If Chiesa was the replacement, this club is fucking finished. And on top of that, this is the type of football club to go sign Kudus and then act like it's all going to be okay. Guys, this rebuild is going to be a rebuild from hell. Enjoy this last dance. I'm telling you right now. Enjoy this last dance. Because this is the last time we will actually be able to challenge for a real long time. Because this shit is going to take a real long time to replace. This stuff is going to take a real long time to rebuild. It's just a reality. If the guy goes and we don't extend his contract, this club is headed nowhere fast. People don't understand the impact, how big it is to lose someone of that ilk. You can't just replace 67% of your goals. You can't. And also, you can't replace someone who's that clutch. You can't replace someone who's a role model for the players around him. You can't replace someone who's just, so elite that easily. If you want to replace him, you go sign someone who you think is going to be the next Salah, while Salah is there still. And then you have that young winger learning off of Salah. Once again, Abu Dhabi, that's also not going to happen. Also not going to happen. Also not going to happen. Why do you guys act like we support a different club? Like you don't know who Liverpool are? Talking about Rodrigo? We're more likely to replace, I know Ali is saying it as a joke, but we're more likely to sign Dibbling than we are Rodrigo. I'm not even exaggerating, I swear. والله مريض حبيبي عبود. I'm a little bit sick still. بس الحمد لله regardless. الحمد لله always. Yeah, but that's the thing, Toka. You want to know the problem, Toka, actually with this whole Salah conversation? I tell you the problem with this whole Salah conversation. People keep coming up to me and giving me names that they know as a football club we don't sign. So what's the actual point? Like, think about this logically, yakh. Let's say the next Salah or the next best right winger in the world is Lamine Yamal or Rodrigo or Vinicius or blah blah blah, like whoever it is. None of those players we sign, bro. So what's the point? What's the point? We don't sign any of those players. The last world-class player we signed is actually Thiago Alcantara. That's literally the last world-class player we signed. And before that, the only one you could argue is Fernando Torres. In our whole lifetime, we've seen our football club sign 2 world-class players, Torres and Thiago, and no one else. We don't sign world-class players. We don't. That's why when people come tell me stuff like, oh yeah, see, I know Blaze is trolling, by the way, but this is actually a reality. This is actually a reality. Forget the fact that he's a Chelsea fan and he's trolling. His super chat is 100% real. This screams of an Mbeumo summer statement. This is literally what we're going to do. We're going to go buy Brian Mbeumo and say that's the Salah replacement. That's it. Like, people need to deep this. You can't replace Salah with Mbeumo. You just can't. You can't replace Salah with Kudus. I hear what Vin is saying. I'm down with Kudus. But here's the thing with the Kudus thing. Look, you can sign Kudus while Salah is here. Why do you have to sell Salah to sign Kudus? Actually, the best thing you can do as a football club is while Mo is here, sign Kudus. And that's exactly what happened at Manchester City. Rodri was signed while Fernandinho was there. Rodri was not signed alone and then they got rid of Fernandinho or whatever. No. Rodri was signed while Fernandinho was there. Rodri was signed as a player when Fernandinho was there. And they rotated both of them. And they had that whole thing where they both played. Big up Blaze for the super chat, but that's the thing. Let me just do a couple of these super chats before we carry on. Guys, we have 700 people in here. You get me, blood? As you guys can see, I'm a little bit in the flu. So make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Can we get to 200 likes at least? Yeah, and have some shame. 700 people in here. At least 200 likes. Come on. 200 likes, chat. Ignore him. He's an aesthetics merchant. He thinks Diallo's a good player. Come back to Chelsea and finish the story, Salah, is what President Jafar says. You know, the fact that, fans of multiple different football clubs in the chat would all take Salah at their club tells me all I need to know, to be honest with you. Even Barcelona fans, by the way, it's not like you would have to replace Lamine Yamal. You just play Salah in a different position in the team. There's always a way to fix it or find a solution. That's the reality. Salah's form is better than Mbappe and Vinicius. Disgrace. People, by the way, people might think you're exaggerating. As things stand, Vinicius is on 8 goals. Mbappe is on 7 goals in the La Liga. 7 goals in the La Liga. Salah is on 10 goals in the English Premier League and 6 assists at his age. You know how mad that is? Tells you all you need to know. Big up Husam, big up to Becky. Thank you, Becky. And I'm glad you haven't been, brainwashed into thinking I'll ever turn my back on my club. I know you've woken up now. Big up Husam. If FSG if FSG do this, we need to retaliate. You know what it is, Becky? I'll be so honest with you. Look, with the Fenway Sports Group conversation, some people will tell me I'm gonna blame Edwards and Hughes. Yes, but I'm looking at the policies, and I know these policies come from upstairs. These policies are FSG policies because they did the same thing in baseball. Ask Vin, he's in the chat. Ask any American in the chat about the Boston Red Sox. You want to know what John W. Henry said when he met with the Boston Red Sox fans? He said, baseball players are very expensive. That's literally what he said. Baseball players are very expensive. And then they went and done the thing where they got rid of all their good players and started a rebuild all over again, and they haven't won the World Series ever since. That's literally the issue with this whole conversation. I know for a fact that this policy is coming from within FSG. Exactly. Look up Mookie Betts. 100%. That's just what they do. He's pulling a LeBron, aging but finding other ways to still be the best. If he slows down a little bit over the next 3 years, he'll still be top 5 in the world. Here's the thing, Tony. Goal reported like four days ago that Salah is now favorite to win the Ballon d'Or. Salah is now the favorite to win the Ballon d'Or. The 32-year-old finished Egyptian winger is now favorite to win Ballon d'Or, bro. Imagine losing a Ballon d'Or contending player / hopefully, inshallah, if we do win stuff, gonna be the Ballon d'Or winner. Imagine losing that because you have a policy of players above a certain age. Respectfully, bro, fuck your policies. Like, actually, disrespectfully, fuck your policies, fuck Fenway Sports Group, fuck Michael Edwards, fuck Richard Hughes. Can I understand, like, are we worried about who we're blaming here? Or are we more worried about Salah actually leaving the club? Because if Salah leaves the football club, I'm everyone out. I'm Hughes out. I am Edwards out. I am FSG out. I am Toka out. I'm everyone out. I don't know why Toka caught strays, but you get what I'm saying. I'm everyone out. I'm not sitting up here, oh my God, this guy is this guy is that. Forget all of this. Fuck all of them. Fuck all of them. But we have to go back, shout out to my boy Kurdish, to the root cause. What's the root cause? Fenway Sports Group. That's the thing. Fenway Sports Group is the reason why we're in this position. Now, Tony, when it comes to him pulling a LeBron James, here's the thing. I don't care what anyone says. People have actually fully messaged me this and said, Husam, you were right about this. Salah has fully improved his playmaking. Salah has fully improved his playmaking because he no longer has the pace or the power that he had 4 years ago. We know Salah was much quicker 4 years ago. I swear. Salah was much quicker 4 or 5 years ago, 100%. Much quicker. But now, he's improved his playmaking where he doesn't have to dribble past 500 people to do something. The guy can just play a pass from in behind, like, and win you a game of football. And what people don't know is this guy could actually win the Ballon d'Or. This guy could actually win the Ballon d'Or, you guys. We're not talking about some like regular average Joe here. We're talking about a player that's a contender for the best player in the world, like trophy, you know? You want to know how highly I rate Salah on a reel? If Arsenal had Salah 2 years ago or last year, they're sat here Premier League champions. If City from this season had Salah, they'd be top of the league right now. They'd be top of the league. That's just reality. They would be. When Arsenal needed a clutch player to step up for them, he's that guy. I promise you, Arsenal 2 years ago when they were 8 points ahead, had they had Salah in their team, they win the league. Even with Saliba out. You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because when Arsenal needed someone to step up against West Ham, against Southampton, Salah would have been that guy. They would have beaten Southampton 4-3. They would have beaten West Ham 3-2. And they would have won the league. That's the thing with that player. Like, people just need to be objective about this. He has the most goals against City, most goals against Arsenal, most goals against Chelsea, most goals against Man United. Like, what are we doing here? By the way, guys, you want to know, I want to tell you something. You want to know why the most goals against Man United is actually a crazy stat? Because Liverpool were crap for 30 years. And they had players like Giggs, Ronaldo, Rooney. And Salah still, in a shorter period of time, has more goals against Man United than these guys. Salah has more goals against Man United than Rooney has goals against Liverpool with all the crap players we've had over a 20-year period. What does that tell you? You don't retire a player that gets a goal contribution every 65 minutes. He has not dropped off. David, thank you for the super chat, David Long. And you're spot on here. You're 100% spot on. If there were any signs of a drop-off, I'd understand why people mention age. You get what I'm saying? I understand why people mention age if there is any sign here or there of a drop-off. But there is no actual sign of any drop-off, bro. There is none. It's not like, you know, he's now only has like, you know, 5 GA in 10 games and he's becoming an average winger. No. The guy still has. By the way, guys, just so everyone knows, FYI, the guy still has the most GA in the Premier League. Let me just check Haaland assists quickly so we can confirm this. Yep. Haaland doesn't have 4 assists, which means Salah has the most GA in the whole league, by the way. Are you guys aware of how insane that is? Having the most GA in the whole league. I understand there are games when Salah doesn't have a good game. I understand this. But even when Salah doesn't have a good game, he will still score a goal to get you out of trouble. Case in point, Bologna. Case in point, Leipzig. Case in point, yesterday's game. Chelsea. Do you guys remember what Salah did to Chelsea at Anfield? You guys remember? Who out of all our wingers, for real now, I'm not even exaggerating, I'm not even doing the Salah prop thing. I genuinely want to ask you guys, like, for real. Why are we acting like the pass that Salah made to Curtis Jones for the winner is a pass that any of our wingers can make? Can Jota make that pass? Can Gakpo make that pass? Can Diaz make that pass? Can Chiesa make it? Like, none of the wingers we have can actually make that pass. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, I wish I'm exaggerating and we had other players contribute and blah, blah, blah. But I'm not exaggerating. None of them can actually make that pass, bro. Literally, quite literally, let me lay down a little bit. Quite literally, not a single one of them can make that pass. And that's just reality. That's just reality. Van Dijk, Trent, and Salah out of contract. You know, the fact that all three is out of contract is literally the tipping point for the Richard Hughes thing. It's the tipping point for the Michael Edwards thing. It's the tipping point for the FSG thing. This shows me that this is a collective problem. Because when I asked earlier on who's been the best player in the league, some people said Van Dijk. Well, guess what? He doesn't have a contract either. That's the thing. So, like, we're not making any correct decision. Big up to David Long again, who says, we'll be linked with, admire, look at, in talks with all the big names, but then sign someone underwhelming and blame the market. David, that's all we do, man. That's all we do. Big up to you as well. This is the first time I kind of see you in my chat. Thank you for the super chats and the love. But this is reality, David. This is just reality. You have completely summarized it. We're going to act like we're interested in Rodrigo. We're going to act like we're interested in Vinicius. We're going to act like we're interested in Lamine Yamal. And then go sign him Brian Mbeumo because the market is this way. We did the same thing with Zubimendi. You know, we acted like there is no player in world football who starts for this Liverpool team or makes this Liverpool team better or improves this Liverpool team. It's just Zubimendi, you guys. It's either Zubimendi or no one else. It's just pathetic, man. Big up David. Blaze. Imagine a current Ballon d'Or winner walking for free. It'll just be so pathetic and embarrassing, man. It'd just be so pathetic, so embarrassing, honestly. If a current Ballon d'Or winner, because he could win the Ballon d'Or this season, by the way. If we win like a Champions League and a Premier League double, and he has the numbers that he has, I think he will win the Ballon d'Or, by the way. I mean, he has a whole continent that will probably vote for him, and he has a whole region of the world that will vote him. Like Middle East and North Africa and Africa alone will probably all vote for Salah as number one. That's just reality. Big up my guy Con. Big up to you. He says, always said you are real. I respect you for that. Not PR, not clicks for fan engagement. If no one extends, I am all out. Much love, Habibi. Never change. Listen, bro, from the beginning, from when I first made my YouTube channel, I made my stance clear on the owners. I made my stance clear on the direction. I made my stance clear on the lack of ambition. And that hasn't changed, because 4 years later, we're still doing the same shit. Like, I wish someone could come tell me, oh, Husam, what do you think of FSG now? Talk about FSG, blah, 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 blah. But it just hasn't changed, because 4 years, we haven't won a league title for good reason. And actually, I'm FSG out even if all three extend. I'm still FSG out. That's just not, that just doesn't change because we extended all three of their contracts. Like, even if they all stay, I'm still FSG out because they lack ambition. They just don't want to win. They just don't want to win, bro. All I've ever wanted, fuck all the agendas, fuck all the narratives. I don't care if the owner is American, Saudi, Turkish, Jordanian, Bengali, Hindi, Pakistani, Malaysian, Indonesian, you know, wherever he's from. I don't care. As long as he wants to win. That's all I've ever cared about. People get attached to Fenway Sports Group. I don't know why. Because of all the PR they've spun over the last 4 or 5 years, it actually has people thinking that like they really saved our club and they really did this and they really did that. They didn't save our club. They didn't save shit. Yeah, they didn't save shit. They didn't change nothing. Like, the saving is a crazy word. They made a business decision. If any of us in the chat had 300 million in 2010, we would have all bought Liverpool Football Club, because that's the most obvious investment to make. And by the way, even Jurgen Klopp has shown, you know, the some people say, oh, he was too loyal and blah blah blah. That's fair. That's a fair objective statement. No problem. He was too loyal. But at the same time, he has shown he has expensive taste. He wanted Chouameni, he wanted Bellingham, he wanted Caicedo, he wanted all these players. Hell, he even wanted Mbappe. So Klopp really believed that if you have someone that can improve the team, you know, you can improve him. But that's not what we're doing right now. Big up to you, Con. Todd B's contracts would never allow this. Todd Bowley's prison contracts would actually never allow this. You are correct. And actually, I would give Salah a 5-year extension right now. I'm genuinely not exaggerating. I literally think the guy can play till he's 37, bro. Salah should get a blank check. No question is what A2 saying. Guys, A2 supports Newcastle. He's not even a Liverpool fan. He's not even an Arab. He's not even like any of that. The guy supports Newcastle. And he's saying Salah should get a blank check. And yet you have Liverpool fans talking about Salah's age. Big up to you. Big up to Singh G, who says, let's win this year, winning nothing after 23-24. If Salah, Van Dijk, and Trent leaves, we're not going to win the league for about 3, 4, 5 years, bro. That's just the reality. That's just the reality. We won't win something for a really long time if he doesn't extend. And this goes for the other two as well. Thank you for using your platform to speak for us. Seriously, is what Jack House says. Jack, I know that a lot of people feel misrepresented because every time they open up the YouTube platform, it's always like, oh my God, this football club is so smart and so amazing and we don't do anything wrong and we have this policy and we have that policy. Guys, we were top of the mountain. Everyone take your mind back to Liverpool at the end of the 2020 season. 1920, the end of that year. We have won in 2 years a Champions League and a Premier League and dominated world football. And we were the sexiest club in the world. The sexiest club in the world, by far. Everyone, even who doesn't support Liverpool, will tell you at the time, Liverpool were like such an attractive club to go to. Jurgen Klopp was the manager, winning manager of the year, 2 years in a row of Europe, of the world. All these things happened. You know, we had that team that just dominated everyone. And ever since then, we haven't won a league title or a Champions League. Imagine in 2020, I told you Arsenal were going to come closer than us to winning a league title over the next 4 years. You would have laughed in my face. But this is reality. Arsenal, the peasants, climbed the mountain and they're competing with us at the top of the mountain right now. They are. But we allowed this to happen. We allowed this to happen. We allowed this to happen because of our lack of ambition. Some people tell me Klopp's loyalty, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I get that as well. But at the same time, it's because the owners aren't ambitious because they don't want to win. Because an ambitious owner will even overrule the manager and go like, yeah, we're going to sign players, whether you like it or not. That's it. We were top of the mountain in 2019, 2020, and it's been downhill ever since. That's just the reality of the situation. You know, we had a club like Newcastle finish above us 2 years ago. Man United finished above us 2 years ago. Arsenal finished above us 2 years in a row. Like all these things, we have to ask ourselves, why did this happen? And the true correct answer is the actual lack of ambition, bro. The actual lack of ambition from the football club. The actual lack of ambition from the ownership group that don't truthfully want to win. You can pretend you want to win, but you don't truthfully want to win. And your actions shows it. I mean, they focused on renovating Anfield just to make more money. Habibi, I'm Troops' age. Been watching LFC since 94, 95. And can honestly say you make LFC experience better. Love the realness and the bands. God bless you. Thank you so much, Sing G, man, and Jack, and all the people who just... Listen, I was in you guys' place. I swear. I was in you guys' place. I was watching football content on YouTube before I became a football content creator. I remember watching stuff like Ball Street. I remember watching stuff, you know, with Paul Machin and James Alcott and that Spurs fan. I forgot his name. Sav, was it? Or Flav or something. That guy. You know, I used to watch all these guys, bro. I used to watch the Big Six. I used to watch Carefree Lewis. Like, I used to watch all the AFTV rants. I used to be part of the audience. And the issue I had was everything was always sunshine and rainbows in the Liverpool YouTube content creator world. Like, no one really says it as it is. Except, actually... you know, one guy I have to shout out is Craig. Craig reached out to me 2 years ago, 2 summers ago, to work with each other. But unfortunately, the times didn't align, you know, and I'd love to work with Craig someday because Craig is just says it as it is, Anfield Agenda. Make sure you guys go check him out. But yeah, bro, like it's just everything is just sunshine and rainbows always, and no one just really truthfully wants to just say the truth, bro. It's so fucking boring. Every time, I promise you, if I switch on. Okay, I'll tell you this right now. This is how well I know football YouTube. Let's say Van Dijk, Trent, and Salah all 3 leave. Redman TV would turn on Trent because he's a scouser and he left the football club and blah, blah, blah. And then they would say, from the club's perspective, the reason why we didn't extend Van Dijk and Salah is because they're both old. That's what they'll say. Like, they'll just defend the club at all costs. Why is it every time you just open YouTube and you go to the Liverpool official YouTube account and you see Paul or Errol or one of these guys hosting something? Like, come on, you guys. You really think Liverpool Football Club is going to reach out to me to host like a Joe Gomez Salah video? It's just never going to happen, bro. And it's not because of size, because Anfield Agenda is on 300,000 subscribers. Why haven't they reached out to him to go do something with Liverpool? Why? Because he's FSG out. That's just reality. You know, sometimes you have to choose the more difficult path, but the path of the truth is better than the path of lies. They're just the reality of the conversation, of the situation. The path of the truth is much better than the path of the lies. This is it. I would rather say the truth and have less subscribers and less opportunities than lie and get more subscribers and more opportunities. You say the truth is somewhere in the middle. I get that, because even I have said before, there are positive things that FSG have done. You know, of course, I always say that. I'm not going to say they're the worst owners in the world. All I'm saying is, go read Mo Salah's tweet after we beat Chelsea. This club belongs at the top of the table. By the way, at the end of the video that I played, Let's just play it again. I want you to just watch till the end. Listen to what he says at the end because it's very important. Listen to what he says. At the end, the last two sentences, listen to
We'll
that.
talk about your future. What's the latest you can tell us on that?
Well, we almost in December. I haven't received any offer to stay yet in the club, so probably I'm more out than in. So,
Would you like to stay though?
well, I've been in the club for many years. No club like this, but in the end, it's not in my hands. So, as I said before, it's December, so I haven't received anything yet about my future. So
It feels like the fans would love you to stay though, given the reaction today.
I love the fans. The fans love me, but in the end, it's not in my hand; it's the fans' hand. So, yeah,
No,
let's wait and see.
How do you feel about the fact there hasn't been an offer then? Does that disappoint you?
Of course, yeah.
And so what? Have you spoken to the club about why there hasn't been an offer?
Well, I'm not gonna go and say I'm not gonna retire soon. So I'm just playing I'm focused in the season, and I'm trying to win the Premier League or hopefully the Champions League as well. But yeah, it's a disappointed, but we'll see.
Listen to this. Did everyone hear that? Listen to the mentality. Everyone heard the mentality? Elite mentality. That's why he made it to the top. I want to win the Premier League and the Champions League. That mentality alone deserves a new contract. That alone deserves a new contract. This fraud is in the chat. You're talking about Liverpool disrespecting Mo Salah. You put Saka ahead of Salah in a combined 11. And you say, regardless how many goals scored, Hazard will be better than Salah. You're a fraud, Saeed. I'm onto you. This guy hasn't invited me on the channel because he knows if he invites me on the channel, I'm going to destroy him. He knows this. So he's been doing these 30-minute clips. Make sure, guys, go subscribe to Saeed TV with Troops and Lewis. You know, the nice guys. He knows if I get him on, I'm just going to destroy him. That's why he doesn't invite me. He doesn't ask, Mo, let me get Husam's number so I can invite him on the channel. Fraud. Oh, you guys don't know? In an Arsenal-Liverpool combined 11, Saeed put Bukayo Saka ahead of Salah. He benches Salah to put Bukayo Saka. استغفر الله العظيم واتوب إليه. استغفر الله العظيم. استغفر الله. He put Saka ahead of Salah. Saka, he put him ahead of Salah. Imagine. Look at this guy. Oh, you're a busy man. Everyone has half an hour free in a day, habibi. When you're done doing Amarim prop, Amarim gonna change the club 1-1 Ipswich. Hold that, bro. Hold that. I can bring biryani, adi. I can bring biryani from my local city here. Bro, the guy puts... Wallahi, I'm gonna cook Saeed. I think I'm gonna be the guest that probably cooks Saeed the most on his channel if he gets me. I'm gonna cook his ass, bro. I'm telling you right now. Oh, January 5th. Oh, let's preview the Liverpool game. Yahi, have some shame. Yahi, when's the last time you won at Anfield? When is the last time you won at Anfield? I won at Old Trafford this season. When I go to Man United Wikipedia page, you know that I'm on your Wikipedia page, right? You know this, right? You know I'm on your Wikipedia page? Are you aware of this? I don't know if you're aware of this. Are you aware of this? I don't know if you're actually aware of this or not. You know Liverpool is actually on your Wikipedia page. I don't know if this is something you should keep in mind. You get me? This is something you should keep in mind, brother. I'm literally on your Wikipedia page, Habibi. You know when you go to Man United's Wikipedia page and you go to their biggest ever loss, I'm there. I don't know if you're aware of this, brother, but I'm literally there, Habibi. I am literally there. I'm literally on your Wikipedia page, Habibi. Don't know if you're aware of this, but when you go to the Man United records, past or present, I'm on your Wikipedia page, Habibi. Let me actually show the people. Man United records. Let me show you. Let me show you right now. I'm fully gonna share screen right now and show you so you can see it because this guy wanna chat shit, yeah? Talking about Joe Allen. Look at this. Look. Watch this, guys. Watch. List of Manchester United records and statistics. Watch this face. Record defeats versus Liverpool. March Premier League. Saw this right there? Saw this right there? There you are. There you are. There you are. Do you see this? There you are. I'm on your Wikipedia page, Habibi. Why you're not on my Wikipedia page? Because that's not even our biggest win. That's not even our biggest win. That's not even our biggest win, bro. There you are. There you are. That's not even our biggest win. Look at this. They lost to Blackburn 7-0. Aston Villa 7-0. Wolves 7-0 and then us. Of course Saeed left because I cooked him. This is just what we do. You know how embarrassing it is to be like here? You know how embarrassing it is to be in the biggest loss category? Imagine this. Record league watch this. We are the record defeat, the record league defeat, and the record Premier League defeat. Imagine. And the record away defeat as well. You know the 7-0 is repeated 4 times on their Wikipedia page. That's crazy, wallah. That's crazy. Could never be my club. Big up to my guy Dan Carlito, who says if Klopp was still there, he would sign Dibbling tomorrow. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you, bro. How tall I am? I'm 6'1", Habibi. I'm 6'1". But anyway, regardless. So now, yeah, we have A-listers at 8, Habibi. Why is everyone messaging me about A-listers? You're making me doubt myself. Ya here, I will set it up. A-listers, what episode of A-listers is this? Here. This is the 60th episode of A-listers. I'm going to set it up now. Here. A-listers, episode 60. Khalas. Now, everyone will stop worrying. Why did that? Should I cancel it or something? We're doing A-listers, Habibi. Yeah. We're doing A-listers. Here, I just set it up. Louis. By the way, Lewis cooked Hamza so bad yesterday. RSM made it into 4 different shorts. That's mad. Big up to Dibbling, but we just don't need them. One issue with Liverpool is the wage structure is too small compared to other big clubs on attracting players, all down to FSG's penny pinching. Yes. Like, this is reality. The reality is, because we penny pinch, we can't sign that. And by the way, actually, guys, remember earlier on when I told you, like Rodrigo, Vinicius, these players, we can't sign? The reason why we can't sign these players is actually their wages. The reason why we can't sign these players is actually their wages, to be honest with you. One thing about us is we're not going to give Rodrigo 300 grand a week. We're not going to give, like, Vinicius 300 grand a week. This is actually a very good point by Monty. This is one thing that people need to know. Like, we're not going to be paying these players all this money that would actually attract them to come to Liverpool Football Club. And actually, as a matter of fact, can I give you a crazy opinion? And this might make a lot of you sad. You guys think that a lot of people say Salah is going to go to Saudi. Can I give you my unpopular opinion? I don't think Salah is going to go to Saudi right now. I think he stays in the Premier League. I swear. I'm genuinely not even lying or exaggerating. I think he wants to break more Premier League records. I think Salah is staying in the English Premier League. I really do. I don't think he goes to Man United or Man City because of like the rivalry and what's happened over the last 5-6 years. But I think he stays in the Prem. I think he goes to Chelsea or Arsenal. Or possibly the other possibility that I think is logical is Bayern Munich. That's who I think, like the three clubs. I'm being I wish I'm joking. I'm actually not. I'll give you the 5 possibilities where I think Salah goes. Arsenal, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, PSG, and I'd probably say the last option would be like Madrid or Barcelona. People are doing the Saudi thing too quick, you guys. People are doing the Saudi thing too quick. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. See, Salah will not want to jeopardize his legacy by moving to one of the historical or competitive rivals like United or City, but it would be different if a London club were to offer. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the thing. People keep saying stuff like, oh yeah, he's gonna go here, he's gonna go there, blah 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 blah. No, bro, he's not gonna go to Saudi. Salah still got 3-4 more seasons in him, and he has ambitions of winning a Prem, winning a Champs. He wants to be the top goal scorer. Let me ask the Chelsea fans something. If you got offered Salah, right? If you got offered Salah and Maresca said he doesn't want him, are you Maresca out? He's like, no, I prefer Noni Madueke, mate. Imagine he says that. I prefer Noni Madueke, mate. Imagine, would you be Maresca out? Maresca out, get him out of my club. He said no to Salah. He said no to Mo Salah. Give me, I prefer Madueke, mate. Imagine he says that. That would be the funniest shit ever, I swear to God. But now, jokes aside, look, obviously, losing a player of that ilk, losing a player of that caliber, losing a player of that magnitude is just a massive no-no, you know, because people like always love to say, once again, I got it last week in one of the reaction videos, one of the guy in the comment section was saying, oh my God, how can Husam disrespect Robertson like this? It's because of his Muslim religious bias. Ya hayawan, ya kalb. Is Van Dijk Muslim? Is McAllister Muslim? Is Gravenberg Muslim? Is Tsimikas Muslim? Is Allison Muslim? Yabn al-Kalb? None of them are Muslims, but I praise the good players. These guys are so irritating. I swear to God, people will always find a way to just piss me off. The reason why I like Salah is because he's Muslim. Yeah, habibi, it's not because he's Muslim, it's because he has 16 GA in 12 games. How can I replace that, bro? People make it about religion when I'm praising a player. That's a very good player. Allison literally baptizes players like complete Christian. And I say he's the best goalkeeper in the world, bro. What does this have to do with like religion? People want me to keep the same energy for Robertson and Salah. Bro, are you guys aware? Are you guys aware of how stupid that is? That's like asking a Chelsea fan, keep the same energy for Palmer and Ben and what's his name? Ben Chilwell. Keep the same energy. Keep the same energy, Arsenal fans, for Saka and Reece Nelson. Yahi, there is levels to this. If Salah has a bad game against Real Madrid, of course I'm not gonna criticize him like I criticize Robertson. You wanna know why? Because Robertson's been having bad games for the last 3 years, bro. This ain't nothing new. Robertson hasn't been good since quadruple charge season. He has not been good. He was shit the year we finished 5th. He was shit last year and he's shit this year. Andy Robertson. I've been asking for Kostas Tsimikas to start for the last 3 years. And now Arne Slot is here. He actually prefers Tsimikas to Robertson. How can I keep the same energy? It's complete like stupidity. By the way, across our lifetime as well, when we grew up watching football, same energy was never a thing to begin with. Do you think Barcelona fans in 2006 showed Ludovic Juli and Ronaldinho same energy? Of course not. Of course not. You don't show world-class players and regular players same energy. That's just not, it's just so dumb. You think a Chelsea fan 12 years ago showed Drogba and Salomon Kalou the same energy? Of course not. Yes, Andy Robertson was once the best left back in the world, but that was like 4 years ago, bro. How many left backs I can name right now in the Premier League better than Andy Robertson? Tsimikas, Gomez, Cucurella, Gvardiol, Anthony Robertson, Ait Nouri, Istupinian, 7 left backs straight up from the Premier League. I haven't even mentioned Alphonso Davies. I haven't even mentioned Mendy from Real Madrid. I haven't even mentioned any of these players. Come on, man. Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? I haven't even mentioned the likes of Balde from Barcelona. And then they come tell me keep the same energy because he's a club legend and he did this and he did that. Habibi, he did this and did that 4 or 5 years ago. Salah is still doing it today. Van Dijk is still doing it today. Trent is still doing it today. Alisson is still doing it today. And you want to know how I know that some of the Liverpool fans are just so ungrateful for a lot of these world-class players? If you give Chelsea Football Club right now, same exact Chelsea, you give them Salah, Van Dijk, Trent, and Alisson, they will win the Premier League. Just with those 4 players. They don't need anyone else from our team. Just giving them those 4, they will win the Premier League this season, by the way. I promise you. Imagine their team was Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, let's say Colwill, Cucurella, Lavia, Caicedo, and Palmer, Salah, and whoever the hell you want from their front three, Jackson, whoever. They would win the Premier League, bro. This is why world-class players always make a difference. Who's the reason why we won a lot of these games? Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, Salah. You're 2-1 down away at the Emirates. Trent creates the goal, Salah scores it. This is just the reality. This is the reality of the sport. World-class players win you games. World-class players win you games. People keep saying stuff about age and stuff like this, bro. Being a 32-year-old does not mean you're finished. We've already mentioned multiple examples. Lewandowski is 36, currently on 15 goals, top of La Liga, bro. Karim Benzema had his Ballon d'Or season aged 34. 34. You know? Big up to Rosendale, who said Salah has already took the bag from Saudi years ago. There is nothing FSG can do. Focus on keeping Trent and Van Dijk. Salah didn't take the bag from Saudi years ago. He didn't. And of course there is something FSG can do, because the guy is publicly coming out and saying that he would stay at Liverpool Football Club. He says he loves the fan, he loves the club, he wants to stay. He literally said it himself. He wants to stay, bro. He literally said he wants to stay. So based on what you're saying, there's nothing they can do. Based on what? If someone's publicly telling you that he wants to stay, how can you make the accusation or the comment that he doesn't want to stay? Based on what, Habibi? Based on what? Says who? You're just making a crazy false accusation because the guy wants to stay at the football club. He does. That's just reality. He does want to stay at the football club. How old was Modric when he won the Ballon d'Or? 7 years ago. What, 33? Once again, people look at this age thing and think the age thing is just like done. Why are you mentioning Gini Wijnaldum as the example, Emeka? Gini Wijnaldum was crap when he left. Henderson was crap when he left. If Robertson leaves at the end of the season, he's crap. Salah is the best player in the world right now, Emeka. According to goal.com, he's the favorite to win Ballon d'Or. Not Vinny, not Kevin De Bruyne, not Haaland, not any of these kids. Salah is favorite to win Ballon d'Or. That's why these players have to stay, bro. And even if you want to have a Salah contingency plan, have the contingency plan here while he's here. You know what I'm saying? In the words of TKA, have the guy that is going to replace him here while he's here. Also, something that people need to realize is we're just not that club. We have, in my whole lifetime, we have signed 2 players that were world-class or incredible at the time of us signing them. Thiago Alcantara and Fernando Torres. Salah wasn't world-class when he signed them. Alisson wasn't. Mane wasn't. Firmino wasn't. Henderson wasn't. Wijnaldum wasn't. Fabinho wasn't. Van Dijk wasn't. You know? Like, none of these players were world-class when we signed them. If we were the type of club to sell Salah and get Lamine Yamal, I get it. But we're not even going to get Lamine Yamal. We're not even going to get Rafinha. The Salah replacement, I'm telling you all from now, is going to be Brian Mbeumo. It's going to be Mohamed Kudus. That's it. Wake up and realize the football club that you support. That's why I completely disagree with what Rosingdale is saying here. There's nothing FSG there can do. Yes, there is, because the guy has publicly said twice that he wants to stay. Salah is staying in the Premier League. He might go to Chelsea based on what he said. Salah basically told the fans yesterday to not be mad at me if I go. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Salah publicly came out and said, don't be mad at me if I go. Don't be angry at me if I go, because I have said publicly that I want to stay and the club haven't offered me a contract. By the way, he did this twice. Remember the interview he gave after the Man United game? The Man United game, remember when we won 3-0, he gave the interview? Remember this? He gave the interview after Man United where he said, I haven't been offered a contract. And he said the same thing yesterday. He said it's almost December and I haven't been offered a contract. That's what I'm saying, bro. You're offered a swap deal this summer, Salah, for Saka. What are you doing? You can keep Saka, mate. You can keep Saka, mate. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm keeping Salah. I'm keeping Salah. Salah is going to be world class for the next 3 years. I'm good, mate. I'm good. Like, he's literally going to be... You know, I have no doubt in my mind that the guy will be actually elite for a long time. I think, you know, I think he's gonna be unbelievable for a long time. Why are you crying now? Relax. He is not going. Based on what you're saying, this Nabil. Based on what you're saying, he's not going. Also, you're a Man United fan, so you have your biggest dream is for Salah to leave because he owns your football club. Never forget. Never forget. We're going to end the stream on this note right here. Never forget. Always remember who Daddy is. Always remember who owns your football club. He will forever be known as the Man United owner. It is not. It is not Glazers. It is not Jim Ratcliffe. Salah is your daddy. Salah owns Man United. Cry more, fraud. Cry. Cry. He owns your football club. He owns you. Husam, you're 6'1"? Yeah, I am 6'1". I need to go on the terrace. I'm be the only one who can punch you up, mate. If you are, also, if Salah leaves, you are cooked, my G. Love, bro. God's will, I'm with you. If Salah leaves, we are definitely cooked. I'm not even trying to hide this fact. Like, I'm not even against you. I'm not even denying it. We're letting go of 67% of our goals. We are definitely finished if he leaves. Like, I'm no doubt about that whatsoever. Even Toka earlier on said it. Listen, you can't sign Mbuemo as the Salah replacement and think all is going to be good. Also, you can't punch me up. Relax. I'm a wrestling expert. A wrestler will always beat a boxer. Big up to you, though. Looking at it, Virgil and Salah might go to PSG. Yes, this is another possibility. Virgil van Dijk and Salah to Paris Saint-Germain. I mean, the experiment of thingy. The experiment of Dembele has definitely failed, you know, so yeah. Anyway, guys, big up to all of you guys. Let's end this on this just to piss off Nabil. The owner of Man United better stay at the football club or we're screwed. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. We have A-listers tonight at 8 p.m. UK time. This stream is going to take you over to MHF, where I am going live with Mo. I don't know what Mo has cooked up. Spam the chat with Salah is king. A fan taking a selfie. Why does the fan have the most goals against your football club? That's a fan? That's an enemy. Anyway, MHF time, man. See you guys on that channel. Peace.